With everything that's happening in the world right now, I wouldn't be surprised if you forgot about the drama that's happened in the royal family this year. But if you need a distraction from all the coronavirus news, let's talk exactly about that, the royal family. All eyes have been mainly on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, as everyone followed their departure from the monarchy. But how many people paid attention to Kate and William and how they're doing in all this? What changes did they have to make after Meghan and Harry's departure? Is the relationship between the Fab Four ruined forever? Keep watching to find out how Prince William and Kate Middleton feel about Megxit. Remember to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with our content, and leave a thumbs up. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry had their final official engagement at the Commonwealth Day service a few weeks ago, and we knew that they were going to meet up with the rest of the senior royals. So obviously, everyone was waiting to see how the Sussexes and William and Kate would act around each other. Our insight was limited because just hours before the engagement, it was announced that Meghan and Harry wouldn't be walking into Westminster Abbey with the rest of the senior royals. So then, the focus was on how and if they would greet each other. The interaction between William, Kate, Harry, and Meghan hinted that there probably was no goodbye party or chill get-together before the Sussexes flew to their new home in North America. In Westminster Abbey, the brothers acknowledged each other with a brief smile, but there were no visible warm feelings between them when they sat a row apart from each other. Meghan and Kate also shared no more than a glance and a small smile, which obviously brought comments that the couples are still on bad terms, because their body language was very awkward. On the other hand, there were also comments about the rules they had to follow, so they couldn't just jump into each other's arms. It actually didn't look like they would have wanted to if they could. That and the awkward body language was completely different to what the Commonwealth Day celebrations looked like last year. Back then, Meghan was very pregnant, and Kate embraced her in front of the cameras. This year, Kate looked a bit miserable, but a royal source said she was probably tired because she had a solo engagement the night before. But the seating arrangement at this year's service was the same as last year, yet the Sussexes and the Cambridges seemed to talk to everyone but each other. This theory with Kate being tired was very possible because after Meghan and Harry's announcement that they wouldn't be working royals anymore, Kate and William became the only full-time royals of their generation. And because of that, they had to step up their game and work overtime. This meant not only taking on more engagements, but also finding a way to let the people know that everything in the monarchy is and will be fine. After all, a future king should know how to do that, right? Apparently, after Harry and Meghan's announcement, the palace has been in crisis mode. So Kate decided to push herself to the limit to fulfill all her obligations while dealing with the rift in the family. An insider said that the Duchess barely has time to rest, and when she tries to sleep, her mind is constantly racing. Besides that, Kate is also sad that her once close relationship with Harry is gone, and she's even been crying over that. But I'll tell you about that in a moment. In the middle of all this, William has been leaning on Kate, and their busy schedule didn't put a strain on their marriage, but it seems that it brought them closer. After all, they have to work as a team and support each other. Apparently, they also took notes from the Sussexes because Kate and William have been showing some PDA. To be honest, it was nothing really, just some touches on the arm. And there's a photo that they took during their trip to Ireland that some say is very romantic, even though they're just standing and laughing. But the royals have different standards, so maybe according to that it was romantic. I don't know. Even though they've been doing a lot of public engagement, Kate and William haven't really spoken publicly about the new chapter in the royal family since they went back to work in 2020. At one of the engagements, William made a speech about how important it was to confront challenges and do everything you can to push through the obstacles life throws at you. And obviously, people read way too much into this. There's one more positive side of this change in the royal family, and it's that Kate decided to be more open. One of the things she really cares about is early education and childhood development. And during one of her visits to a daycare in Wales, Kate opened up about being a mom. This isn't the only thing though, because she also did her first podcast interview, Happy Mum, Happy Baby, with the host Giovanna Fletcher, which basically was an honest and relatable chat between two moms. Would you ever expect this perfect duchess to go publicly talk about her labor? Well, this was one of the things they discussed. I said that William and Kate never spoke about Harry and Meghan's departure, but the closest thing to that was the BAFTAs ceremony in February. The whole thing was so awkward, and it's all because of Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie, because she delivered the joke when she read out Brad's acceptance speech that he wrote down. Basically, Brad wanted to say that he's going to name his award Harry, because he's really excited about bringing it back to the States with him. William and Kate were obviously laughing, because what else could they do? Do you sometimes see those cheesy memes that are like, keep calm and carry on? William and Kate could be an example of that, and of the typical British stiff upper lip. And it's not for nothing that that expression comes from the British. But let's not forget that they're also just people. They actually both were blamed for not giving any support to Harry and Meghan, who couldn't handle the media attacks. It got worse after Meghan hinted that no one really asked her if she's okay, and after Harry admitted that the situation they were in reminded him of his late mother, Princess Diana. Some insiders said that William and Kate were very concerned about Harry and Meghan's well-being, and after the interview in their documentary, William reached out to his brother. But at the same time, people wondered why they didn't do more to publicly support the Sussexes. After all, before Meghan, they were a great team of three. And maybe there was some more to this. There were reports that Kate hadn't reached out to Meghan in the middle of all that drama because they have never been that close. But according to an Us Weekly source, Kate was really missing her brother-in-law, who always had a special place in her heart, even before she and William were married. Apparently, Kate wished she could speak to Harry, and she was scared that she'll never be close to him again. Another thing is that even though they miss him, William and Kate may feel that Harry let them down. It's because William, who's the future king, had always hoped that it would be he and Harry who would modernize the monarchy and keep it going, especially when Harry made the decision to be a full-time royal after leaving the army. William had no idea what would happen when Harry was about to marry Meghan. The brothers went their separate ways, and as a source told The Sun, they'll always love each other as brothers, but things between them are really bad. When Harry and Meghan's exit deal was being discussed, the Sunday Times reported that William told a friend that he'd put his arm around his brother all their lives, and he can't do that anymore because they're separate entities. He was sad that they drifted apart, but all he could do was try and support his brother. When it comes to Harry's side of the story, he feels like William and Kate never gave Meghan a chance, so they had to leave the family in this state. And they did that because, according to another source, there's so much bad blood in the family, and it's very toxic. Even though both couples have been very popular with the public, for a long time, most of the attention was on Harry and Meghan. So now it's all back to the Cambridges, who will have a new moment in the spotlight. Kate's already been appearing in the headlines in a positive way because, as a royal expert said, there haven't been any negative things to say about the Duchess of Cambridge. This definitely makes being in the public eye easier, right? Unlike being constantly slammed for wanting to live your life. But I guess the media will have something to talk about when Meghan and Harry go back to work, whatever it will look like. We can be almost sure that the tabloids will be comparing and pitting the Sussexes and the Cambridges against each other, and we will constantly be hearing about who overshadowed who and who did this or that better. What do you think of this whole situation? Do you think that William and Kate are doing a good job? Do you believe that the relationship between the Sussexes and Cambridges really is that bad? And if so, will it ever get better? Let's talk about it in the comments, and remember to subscribe to Curiosips to not miss our content. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and share the video with your people. Until next time.